Hey folks, welcome to Maverick Gun Works. We're out at the range now, and I've got the Glock 23 Gen 4 here that we're going to do a little playing with. It's a 40 caliber. I think I've loaded 7 or 8 rounds in it, and I've not shot this gun before, so we're going to give it a whirl. Right now our target already has some holes in it where I was shooting some 9mm earlier, and I want to see what this will do while I'm out here. So it has a good feel to it. I like the double stack, fills my hand up well. Well, let's give her a whirl and see what happens. Well, alrighty. Rack the slide first, that helps. All right, that shoots good to be a 40. The 40, you can tell, is obviously a little snappier than the 9mm stuff is. But anyhow, it feels good in your hand. Let's take a quick look at the target and see where we are. Alrighty. Well, that's a little closer to the dot, to the center than what I had before with a 9mm. We're doing pretty good. It's still, maybe it's my grip, maybe it's the sights, but it could be just my grip and the way I'm holding the gun. I mean, it's still just a little bit off to the left. But anyway, it shoots good. I see why a lot of people are fans of Glock. It does shoot well, feels good in your hand. And this being a 40 caliber, you can tell definitely it's more substantial than a 9mm. But anyway, that's it for now. Hey folks, welcome to Maverick Gun Works. Right now I'm going to talk about the Glock G23 Gen 4, all right, 40 caliber, made in Austria. Alrighty, here we have an example of that firearm. We've been out to the range and fired it a few times for you, and now I'm going to do a little field strip and talk about it while we're taking it apart, and show you how to clean it after you've been firing. A couple notes about this gun. You've got an ambidextrous mag release where you can replace it. You can put it on both sides of the gun if you wanted to, just a little bit of a switcheroo on the inside where the spring goes, and you can switch your mag button to the other side. While we're talking about that, let's go ahead and prove to you that the gun is empty, not loaded. All right, we'll put our slide back. You can see in here that the chamber is empty. Hopefully you can see that. All right, and one of the first things we want to do is to get our slide off, field strip it. We'll bring our slide down. I found it's easiest to me to just put the back of the frame of the gun right here on the palm of your hand or in the web of your hand. Pull slightly back on your slide. You can pull down on these two, on both sides actually. Have a release, a slide release tab on both sides, sticks out both sides of the frame. Pull that down just a little bit, all right. Pull your trigger and the slide will come right off the frame, okay. Nothing to it, all right. While I'm talking about the frame, let's also go ahead and mention that we have a little bit of a finger relief, or thumb relief I guess it would be, on both sides of the frame. So if you're right or left-handed, the gun will fit, your thumb will fit nicely into that relief on the frame, okay? And also for the Glocks, there are hundreds, literally hundreds of aftermarket accessories for these things. They're a very popular firearm, very dependable I might add. And sometimes I'll do some trigger work on them. We'll put in different triggers for Apex triggers. Pyramid makes a lot of stuff for these guns. You can go to the Glock store and find all kinds of parts for it, from extended buttons, extended controls, different triggers, Lord knows different sights, all kinds of things you can do to them. Really trick them out if you wanted to. Alrighty. So, and back to our cleaning situation. We typically would take some sort of swab or patch with a solvent. Usually is what I would do. And I'm kind of favor either just a plain cloth patch I'll put on my stick here, or I use these Swabbits foam bore tip, or bore sticks, what they call it, bore sticks, what they call it. Just a little foam pad that's really, does a real good job. You can put your solvent or your oil or just a clean dry patch on here, and reusable. You wash them off and reuse them over and over again. So they'll last a good while. We'll use our solvent along our rails, just like that. All down in here where any gunpowder and lead residue might be. If you have access to compressed air, it'd be a good idea actually to spray compressed air in here too, to clean out your sear section in your trigger group. And then also with your slide, we're going to push our spring forward right here, pop it up. Okay, nothing to it. That spring comes out. Push your barrel just a little bit forward. You can disengage your barrel from its locking lug, and you got your barrel out. We'll do the same thing with our swab here. We'll come along and put some solvent in our slots along the frame, anywhere the gunpowder might be, along the face of the, right here where the bolt closes. Alrighty. And we'll do the same thing with the barrel. And with the barrel, I always want to put our swab in the same direction as the barrel, as the bullet goes in the barrels. Alright. And we'll pull it through the barrel with our solvent, let it set for 5 or 10 minutes. And usually a good 5 minutes is about all it takes. That'll help loosen up any solvents, any chemicals rather, that may be left from the lead residue from your bullets, copper residue, and gunpowder. Alrighty. So we'll get done with that. We'll come back with a clean patch or clean cotton swab or a sponge swab. Wipe out your solvent, and then follow it up with a damp oil patch. Alright. You always want to put back the lubrication that's been removed from your solvents. And that being the case, we're going to drop our barrel back in here, just like that. We use our recoil spring back into position, back in this pocket. So it has a pocket right here in front of the slide. Push it forward, engage the back of the spring onto the little notch cut out in the back of your barrel. And we slip it back onto the frame. And on the Glocks, really simple, they slide right back on here. And you pull the slide back just like you were loading a gun, and the latch automatically locks under the slide. You don't have to flip a lever back up or anything like that. And there you go, the field strip cleaning situation. Also with this Glock, we have you mentioned this earlier, the Picatinny rail built into the front of the slide here, or front of the frame rather. I keep saying slide. Anyway, my bad. You've got this molded into the part of the frame, so you have the option of mounting a light or laser accessories kind of thing under your frame, and they will be typically arranged so that your switch would come right back into the front edge of your trigger guard, so most people will be able to reach it with the tip of their trigger finger. Turn it on and off. Alrighty, with that, pretty much gives us a quick once over of our Glock 23 in 40 caliber. Okay. Thanks for watching Maverick Gunworks, and if there's something we can help you guys with, give us a call.